Hey everybody, today is June 13th and I'm going to be doing the full moon reading for tomorrow. There is a full moon in Sagittarius, and the message behind this full moon is look at the bigger picture. I know a lot of us have been going through a season of change. A lot of old ways of thinking have fallen away. You know, we've been removing the rose-colored glasses and really seeing reality for what it is. But sometimes we can miss out on the big picture because we're focusing too much on the small details, or we miss out on the big picture because we're too worried about the negative instead of a positive, and what's to come. So the message behind this particular card here is, are you thinking too much about details of your dilemma? Fretting over minute can be counterproductive. Or perhaps you're being all talk and no action. This card is a reminder that while it's a good to think things through, sometimes you need to step back and look at the bigger picture. What do you see about your current situation? What are the most positive thoughts that you can have about it? Now is the time to count your blessings, even if it doesn't have exactly what you want. The card also reminds you that we often have to take a few risks and go with uncertainty of the journey called life. Try to keep an open mind about what's for you and what's for your higher self. The universe can actually surprise you. So the additional meaning behind this card says situations may have come around, and because you have been distracted, be confident. Have you shown that you care? If not, now is the time. Find a balance between speaking your mind and saying too much. The teaching behind this card says the full moon in Sagittarius is a time when we are reminded that life is an adventure and there's a big wide world ahead for us to see beyond just our backyard. It's about having fun and being prepared to sail into the uncharted territories. It's about big ideals versus the details. No matter when you draw this card, it encourages you to look at the bigger picture. So like I said, a lot of times we get too focused on what is going on in our life, all of the negative, and not looking at the big picture things. If the Bible says that all things work together for our good, that means the good and the bad. So we all have to count it all joy, no matter what we're going through. So I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck to see what kind of oracle messages we have in regards to, looking at the big picture and really embracing, what's to come in our life. Ooh. Those were a lot. Oh, 3 cards just like that. Wonders, release, and truth. And what's on the bottom is focus. And so we're being asked to really use our imagination and really focus on the things that are considered like natural wonders, things that kind of make us forget some of the kind of to see beyond what meets the eyes. So like we know that the universe is vast and huge and everything else. It's kind of like a wonder to see that there's so many planets that's living, and how they claim that Earth is the only one with a life, life force. So it's kind of like seeing beyond what the actual eye sees. Is what I'm getting from the Wonders card. And being able to release those old ways of thinking, releasing the things that no longer serve us, and releasing the things that don't align with our purpose. And being truth seekers, really understanding that being truth seekers. And it's so crazy because you can see a face right here blowing the winds. So although the situation is not what it appears to be and it's like crazy hectic, knowing that the truth is that God has a thing for you, or whatever it is that you have been desiring and requesting from God, that it is going to manifest. So really knowing the truth and staying steadfast in the truth and the faith that everything is going to come to pass. So Wonders is a picture of a quartz crystal. It says natural clear rocks, clear amethyst, citrine, rose, and smoky were all revered in the ancient times. The Aborigines of Australia call it maba, which is the material in which their shamans and elders gained their magical powers. The Egyptians believed quartz had mystical healing abilities and would bury their dead with a piece of crystal on their forehead. The Greeks and Romans believed that crystal were solid ice that had been formed by the gods and that has mystic powers. Even to this present day, people believe that crystals can help manifest their intentions. Perhaps that's because of the quality of the quartz. The reason why quartz can amplify radio signals. Oh, I'm sorry. So they're piezoelectric qualities of quartz. This is why the quartz can amplify radio signals. There are some places in the world that are not uncommon to find crystals on the surface of the land. These are especially powerful because they have found you in their natural setting. The sacred landscape around this card says just around the corner, exciting possibilities are waiting for you. Wonders will be abounding in your life, something that won't be apparent at first. Nevertheless, they are. The more you see them and embrace them, the more these possibilities will grow in magnitude. Celebrate and cherish even the small ones, no matter how tiny they may seem. Let go of expectations. Don't limit the way that you think that the wondrous events could appear in your life. Be open. If you believe, anything and everything is possible. And that's what I was saying about really just using your imagination and understanding that anything is possible in this world, no matter what. There's limitless possibilities with everything. The release card says, the cooler days of change of color in the leaves may mark the seasonal change from summer to autumn. The bracing wind wildly flings the red, orange, and yellow leaves from the trees as they spiral to dampen dark earth. Lingering sunshine filters through the canopy of vividly colored leaves, creating an autumnal glow. In the great season of life, fall is the time of letting go. Just as the spring and time of a new birth, and summer is the time of expansion and growth. Fall is the time of harvest. It's a time to begin an inward journey into the restoring and renewing winter season. The sacred landscape behind this card says, when you receive this card, it's time to let go and surrender. Let go of situations, people, and objects that do not serve you. Let go of old, outmoded, self-limiting beliefs that drag you down. This is the time of stripping away superficial distractions until you reach who you are at your core. If you're holding on to the old, it's difficult for anything new to come into your life. Begin to clear your home and live in an environment of clutter. If you do not love it or use it, it's probably clutter. Clear it out of your space. It's time for a detox. To get ready for the new you, you must release the old. Trust says, the desert seems parched and devoid of life, yet it's the desert that spiritually sojourns God's gaining message from the Creator. Traditionally, this desert is the place of spiritual cleansing, renewal, and profound healing vision. Just as the desert terrains can feed our souls, they can nourish lands thousands of miles away. For example, the Sahara Desert and the Amazon rainforest are great distance from each other. One is vast, dry sand and scrub, while other is moist, lush, and green, and yet they're connected. Annually, thousands of tons of nutrient-rich dust from the Sahara crosses continents in the uppermost atmosphere and deposits vital phosphorus and other materials to the Amazon, which is needful of those nutrients. Wow, that's heavy. The sacred landscape behind this card said this is a powerful and important card for you to receive. Even when things seem parched or not fruitful, a deep energy speaks of the power of your inner knowledge. Meditate, trust those nudges from the universe. Your celestial advisors are close now. You're now open to receive some of the most important messages of your life through your intuition. Your intuition is spot on, so trust it. And even if there are some areas of your life that seem lackluster, know that there are areas of being faith that are being fertilized for a replenishment future. Have faith and know that there is a higher purpose. So there's a lot of different things that are being shifted, and a lot of things that we have been told to look at the bigger picture for the simple fact of it is a lot of things that are not being able to be seen right now because we are too worried about the small details and really starting to look at the bigger picture of things. Release all of the things that no longer serve us, that are holding us back, that's keeping us in a place of stagnation, and really know that this is your season. This is the season that for the things that you've been asking God for and manifesting, and really understanding that this is the season for change. A lot of us have already sowed the seeds. We gone ahead and tilled the land, and we've done everything we need to do now. So now we're got to continue to cultivate the land, water it, making sure that we're doing everything we need to do to be ready in a place in order for our harvest to come in and receive. So I'm going to pull a couple self-help cards. So these are all ways to actually help release. And at the bottom is abundance planning. So energy work is Reiki, which I actually utilize in my practice. What it does, it actually helps balance our chakras and keeps us realigned. And once we're aligned, we can actually have more direct communication and be more center focused when dealing with God, our divine. When you speak positive affirmations over yourself and your situation, you'll notice that the more positive energy you feed into it, the less and less negative that the situation will be. And doing a burning bowl ritual, which is something that you can do in order to help release or let go as well. So it's so funny because all of those cards coincide with the message. So energy work, which most people look at it as strange or crazy and really don't understand exactly what it is. But once you actually start working on it and start doing energy work, you'll actually start seeing a lot of different alignment changes in your life. So that's kind of like a natural wonder or phenomena. Truth is having positive affirmation. In the burning bowl, it has a lot to do with the release. Abundance planning has a lot to do with focus. Both of those were the cards at the bottom. Okay, and I'm going to pull some crystal cards. Bloodstone, amethyst, and smoky quartz. And I'm just talking about smoky quartz and amethyst in the other message. And so those stones, and these are great stones to actually have. The bloodstone has a powerful connection with maintaining vitality, regulating menstruation, and staunching blood loss, as well as purifying the kidneys. Basically, it says the self-understanding behind this card says you're a magical being amalgam of your individuality, your family, and your environment. Let go of the past. Look closely as your ancestral line. Recognize toxic patterns subconsciously running in your life. Break away and be strong. You may have unnecessarily aggressive or defensive behavior. Acknowledge mistakes and let inner disharmonies be transmuted. So when you transmute the negative and turn it into a positive, that's when you alchemize things. The healing behind this card says, the divination behind this card says detoxification and chaos precedes transmutation. Perseverance is needed. Locked doors open, obstacles are swept away, and romance blossoms. Preserve your good reputation, recognize your enemies and keep them close. Do not be deceived. A farewell is called for. Mourn appropriately and let go. You are a spiritual warrior. Be assertive. And the soul path behind this card says freedom from the past. The amethyst is for inner peace. It's a powerful protector and purifier and natural tranquilizer. Amethyst calms the mind and balances extremes. You have an addictive personality. Make a concerted effort to overcome such behavior or obsessions of any kind and avoid overindulgence. Balance work and play. You are prone to excess in both. Understanding hidden causes of compulsive actions bring peace. Hand your will over to your soul and allow your spirituality to flourish. Release self-defeating programs. Do not rely on others. You create anything you set your mind to. Be shrewd in the business dealings. Pay attention to your family, and honest verdict of success in court cases are possible. Maintain your integrity and let the universe decide. And it's the soul path is developing unshakable inner peace. Graphic smoky quartz. Graphic smoky quartz supports all the structures of the body, removing toxic debris and traumatic memories. It keeps you grounded and balanced in a physical incarnation while exploring other dimensions. It is a stabilizer. The lack of trust in yourself and others creates a psychological barrier that lies on the heart of your disease. Your self-esteem is low, creating a deficient immune system. Memories of old traumas have subtly amended your ancestral DNA. At a deep level, you have been compressed and limited. Allow yourself to expand again. Healing is found in the darkest depth of yourself, not only in your external forces. Soul path is exploring taboos, treading where others fear to tread. Once again, the release, the wonder, and the truth. So all of these cards are all really linking to one another. Releasing energy work, positive affirmation, as well as the stones. So I hope this message finds you well, and that this moon cycle that we're experiencing and ready to experience helps you really get rid of all the things that no longer serve us, get rid of those old ways of thinking, those things that are blocking us in our mind, and really start looking at the bigger picture. Once we start looking at the bigger picture, we will start seeing that manifestation of our harvest sooner than we anticipated. So I hope this helps, y'all. Be blessed.